Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome back to D-Dub. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing more Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you're watching this in the future, post live stream, thank you so much for watching. We're basically still a couple days ahead of actual real world time here. Right now on Dubland, it is 8:31 on Sunday, so today we're going to be buying some turnips. We've had some buildings move. Thanks to everyone's loyal patronage, business at Nook's Cranny is booming. Is this it? The shop has outgrown its current footprint. Yes, finally, we've done it. They said that you needed to have bought or sold 200,000 bells worth of items in Nook's Cranny, as well as have gotten LaBelle and talked to her and basically made the Able Sisters shop open. And then you have to have the game signed in, active, and have been a resident of your town for 30 consecutive days. So we finally hit that. I was starting to think that that 30-day thing was kind of BS, because I felt like I've played more than 30 days in this game, with time traveling considered. The shop will be closed tomorrow, so take care of it today. That's excellent to know, though, because today we're going to be buying turnips. Hopefully when they come back new, they'll be stronger. Maybe this is a good time to move the shop. First off, no, not this outfit. We're not doing that. We can't do that today. Nah, can't do it. I need to hit these lights on. And this song is always playing. I love KK Fusion. Let's switch it up though. Go with the KK Lullaby. This is a song, has no drums to it. I think I'm gonna do a drum cover to it. See, I'm trying to use this GameCube controller that I have, and I think the thumbstick's broken, but it shouldn't be, because last I knew the thing worked, and it's just been sitting in my drawer. It didn't get dropped or smashed or bashed, and every button works, but for some reason the thumbstick is being a little bit fidgety. You press up, goes up, press up, it goes down. Huh. Well, didn't quite fix it. Alright, so we need to get rid of these clothes. They're yucky. Today might be a good day to buy some new threads. I think I like the pixel shades. I haven't gone too shoe crazy. I had more shoes than this. I must have sold them. I feel like a lot of my shoes are gone. Where the hell would they have gone, though? I had more shoes than this. I don't know. Don't know. Maybe we should go with the torn pants. I also got this moldy dress, which imagine designing that thing. It makes your character look other third worldly. Torn pants, not bad. You can see some of the socks there. I've always been a fan of that coat. I do like these funny glasses though, but the pixel ones are where it's at. If only we could get the blunt and the hat, then we would have full-blown meme on our hands. I think I'll put that away. Let's wear the hat. I like that white hat. It's golfer-ish. Worn out jeans. That looks better than the torn jeans. And those aren't even torn jeans. Those are missing half a leg. So put that in storage. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on with this thumbstick. So this is the start to our Sunday morning, although it's actually today's Friday. Well, technically it's Friday. It's Friday morning. This is a super duper late / early live stream. 84,000 points, rank S. Milestone is something to remember. Congrats. Please accept this small token. I'm hoping we get a happy Home Academy office. I mean, it's kind of pointless, especially now where you can just go to resident services and order like your new roof or your siding or the mailbox, as well as customizing the door and the color of your roof. So I mean, that might be like a good video idea and reasons why we might not get certain buildings, because all this stuff's been like something like that. It's just been allocated to like your cell phone or to resident services, to the point where you don't even really need to do those kinds of things anymore. You don't even need the buildings, honestly. So we're at 2 viewers. I know somebody's watching. I know one of you all out there. I know you're watching. I can see you in there. I just don't know who you are. We wish to express our gratitude for your continued use of the Nook Stop. I wish there was just a straight up throwaway button. Having to do this every time. Hit the minus button. Bizarre, so we got 2 of them. The album cover for that I really like. I bought another floor light, our Ethereum plant, a couple floor lights. I'm kind of going floor light crazy. Nook Inc. hat. I bought the springy ride-on. That was a mistake during yesterday's live stream. Blonde's HHH trophy. There, we are Nook Inked Owl. I mean, that's like one of the most basic of looks. That was like some of the first clothes that you could get. Still, probably some of my favorite. I just really like this green / sky blue retro, greenish bluish. I mean, look at the rug and my character in this countertop with the Switch. I mean, that's perfect. Yeah, this thumbstick is fudged. I think I need to take it apart and clean it. KK Bizarre. Alright, now we need to start from this album cover. Let's see, we also had the HHH trophy. That's actually, I like that. Yeah, I need to switch controllers. This thumbstick it's just not gonna work. Let's see, put that in the pockets. Oh, no. Yeah, this thumbstick is not gonna do it. That's just not gonna work. Back to the PowerA wireless enhanced KK slider Animal Crossings for the New Horizons for the Nintendo Switch wireless controller. By PowerA, it's honestly for the price kind of expensive compared to a Pro controller, especially when you can get on sale at Walmart. But I mean, for what these controllers are, I can't knock it. I won't knock it. I actually really like them. I had a Mario one at one point, and then I also have Legend of Zelda one. Think about just getting rid of the bathroom. Having a bathroom, I just don't really see the need for it. Let's see what we got up here today. Pop balloons, catch bugs, talk to your neighbors, catch fish. And those are all times, so we need to hit the old workbench. We're going to hammer these out instantly. That's some good Nook mileage right there. I wonder if they're going to do days like that, bonus Nook mile, just to get you to log in. Alright, so a lot of the cool stuff that I have, you can't really customize it. So when it comes to getting Nook miles for customizing stuff, it basically becomes that I'm just customizing the tools, which they break so easy. I wish there was a way to make a new one, but to be able to keep the similar look to it. See, that's that Nook ink look. So we could do a pattern, we could go colorful, we could go pinstripes. Yeah, I kind of just like that look the best. But that one's also pretty decent. So no curtain. That's gonna cost us 3 whole customized bits, whatever they want to call them. How can we customize the wheelchair? Yeah, we can go plaid. We'll go festive stars. I believe that this thing needs to go in the park to help the look of my wheelchair-bound chill spot. Oh man, this just changes the... That's kind of cool. I need to get more into the patterns. I really haven't done anything. I only really scanned a few QR codes just to get them in. Why is the leaf yellow? Because I've already customized it. Let's see, I need to customize one more item. I wonder... See, most of the stuff in my house you can't even customize. I wonder, could you customize the gas range stove? brick oven. That's the one, that white brick. I like the look of that. I still need to customize. Oh, that was complete DIY projects. Whoops. So I didn't read it. I've already wasted quite a few of my customized bytes. And then later there'll probably be another objective that I have to then waste more of them on. So, you know, damn. This is my kitty over here, and that's his basket. He doesn't have a name. I didn't name him yet. I don't know if I will. I think he deserves a name. This is my meth cooking corner here. Of course, we got the very awesome train set. Ethereum plants. Getting up and out of here. Alright, it's time to go out into the world. We're gonna go place the stall and the springy ride-on little horsey thing. Put that, I think, on the page somewhere. All my fruit trees are nice and grown in. I don't think you could place patterns on the beach, which is it's kind of a bummer. I think I already tried that, but I just forgot. Some random bananas. Do I have Flick? If you mean if I've seen him. No, not yet. I mean, what day does he show up on? Not exactly sure. I think it's just random. Or is it once a week? I'm not totally sure. I've only seen him once on my island. So I don't think we'll be seeing him anytime soon. Or at least that's just what I think. That's my prediction. Golden. And I missed. Let's see, what do I got for bells? Ah, see, I accidentally do that way too often. I was gonna bury 10 G's. Whatever. Okay, so I think some random banana pieced out. So I'm guessing he's just going to random streams asking, do you have Flip? So that they can, you know, without talking to you or asking anything, just being like, can I come to your island and kind of just crash your party? Even though I don't really know you. I'm just going to try to come to your island to use you for the resources you have, and then basically probably stomp your flowers and then just bail. I don't know. I've noticed some rudeness between people that don't really know know you. It's like, if you're the one asking for a favor, wouldn't you show like more signs of gratitude rather than just being like, do you have this? Can I come to your town? Oh, you don't. And then they just leave. They don't even try to butter you up first. I wouldn't just go to someone's live stream. Be like, what's your turnip price? Oh, it's 500. Can I come by? What's your dodo code? What's your dodo code? What's your dodo code? Oh, you're making your town beautiful? Well, I'm just trying to crash that, and it doesn't matter what you're doing because I need something. And then as soon as I'm done, I'm just gonna stomp on your flowers and leave. Or steal something. And I've seen that. I've heard a few Facebook groups for New Horizons. And I've heard a couple horror stories. Someone stole something. Someone had a bunch of items kind of sitting on their floor, and someone came by and stole them all. After the person did the favor of opening their gate, thinking this was like a trustworthy person, this person came in and stole the stuff. And then they basically complained. They put the screenshot after the person left. They hit him back up on Facebook, and they were like, you stole all my shit, like, you asshole. And the person that did it was just like, yup, thanks. And it was like, wow, what a scumbag. You befriended someone on Facebook, in the Facebook group, or hijacked a dodo code that someone maybe put publicly, and then just showed up, stole their stuff, and you were just like, I did, thanks. It's like, people are just, there's some true pieces of shit out there. You gotta watch out. Allow me to run the numbers. So these guys are closing up shop tomorrow. I guess we'll do them a solid and we'll buy a few things. Cool stream, TGS Chronics. Got that Chronics. You smoking up on that Chronic? Dr. Dre style, the Chronic. How's it going? I see the number fluctuating up and down. Bamboo floor lamp. Ooh. Thank you, you. Come back now. Back now. You're welcome. Look, I got this beast black watering can. I don't know if anyone likes this cool. I sort of figured out how to do that. I'm thinking about extending these plots of land out a bit, maybe expanding the size of the river, doing a couple more of those, and either you're doing something cool with the lighting or putting like a fence around it. That was kind of just an idea I had, and I did this placeholder kind of look. I don't really like the fence, and I haven't seen it at night yet, so that's really one thing that I gotta see first. I'm sure at night it's gonna look pretty cool. Up to. I'm not even sure whose house is which. That's kind of a thing you forget. Oh man, for a small little house, this little kitty here, let's say she's got it going on. So touched you came to see me, kitten. What would be the most important thing I consider? All of above. But I'll say location. Definitely be invisible, but people can tell by the results that you're not a lazy person. I mean, all I do is answer a question in a video game. Yeah. I'm not lazy. I'm not. Cool, over here we still got our little turtle buddies. They growl. I'm not home. I think Vesta, I think she's the next one. I'm gonna try to get to move level. I haven't seen a Ram character that I really like. So she might be the next one. It might be Rex, though. He might have to. Might be time for him to go. I like Hans. He's so dumb. On last night's stream, which, like I said, if you're watching this after the fact, check out the very end of the stream before this. We were scrolling through the timeline. Find the last one and go to like pretty much the last 10 minutes of the stream. We did a villager stalking. So I stalked him and pretty much just watched his movements, what he was doing, what he was trying to catch. He wasn't very good with the net, as I'm not either right now. Yeah, couldn't even see him. He went behind a tree, and that's what it took to catch him. Whoops. Alright, gotta get rid of some of this stuff here. Finally got our bridge. Doesn't look half bad. So this is now where Billy resides. I'm not a Billy fan. Not the biggest Billy fan. I think he's gotta go. He's just got this trash dump of a house. I'm wondering, he keeps saying this. That's the kind of thing I'd call my muscles. So, I'm wondering, like, for this character, if someone else had him in a game, if he's gonna be like the same, he's gonna pick the same like trash floor, if that stuff's pre-programmed, or say I got rid of him and then had him again as a villager in the future, if he would come back and have like a different sense of style and taste in things. So I guess I did this okay. I put this house here first originally, and then I tried to line this one up perfect. Didn't quite work out, and then I tried to now have them go diagonally set back. And I think it came out alright. I think it's about as big as I could get out. Fruits and coconuts and spaghetti. 8 Mile. The stall is gonna go right here for now. almost looks better backwards. Guess we just need some chairs, and then you could actually kind of sit at it. I don't know, maybe that wasn't the best buy. The best purchase that I've ever made. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. I might put some more trees. I might dig these trees up and kind of square it up and set it back a little bit further. I'm thinking about moving my house once again. Because I moved it already, but I at least like the ability that you can keep moving your house. I think that's going to be something over the course of this game. I'm probably going to be moving my house like, I'm going to say at least a good 5 or 6 times. I don't know why 5 or 6. It might even be 3 or 7. So we got some flowers watered. Got them watered. Just a little bit. This right here is the fruits of my crossbreeding labor. That's pretty much all that I've crossbred. And I've tried. Let's see if we can't make this bamboo standing lamp thing. Let's see, what was that? We need bamboo pieces. Bamboo. Hey, can I join your island? I just started this week and I need to buy some turnips. Zerikio. TGS Chronics. Well, I haven't seen I haven't actually gone to like the middle of town yet, but I haven't seen little snot nose. Daisy May. I'll remember her name and then I'll go to remember it a different time and then I'll forget it and then I'll be like this little snot nose girl. I like the song a lot. It has a very NES kind of sound and feel to it. Go stop this wheel. No, I didn't want to water the vending machine. I thought this was a different snack machine. Maybe I need to get the other one. Skylar H. How's it going? Welcome to the land of B-Dub. Thanks for tuning in. There's a couple other people here too. Not many of them commenting, so I'm not exactly sure who we got in the crowd. But still, thanks for everybody showing up. I'm curious if you typed in like Animal Crossing Live or just exactly what other video you may have been watching when you saw this live stream and decided to click on it. It's always like an interesting thing to think about with the way YouTube works and how many people there are, how many streams there are, how many hundreds of videos there are every single day. It's crazy. And at least you said hello in all caps. That counts for something. Let's see, I don't have a fishing pole. I think we're gonna put this wood burning stove right here. Actually, yeah, I thought it was the range oven. Hello, Mara. It's hard to hear me. See, I thought I took care of that, and I thought I had it turned up quite a bit, as opposed to the volume of the game. There. That should be much better. That should take care of everything. Check, check. 1, 2, microphone. Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? What about now? Can you hear me now? Sorry. I think we should be good now. I think that should be just about perfect. All right, good to go. See, sometimes I listen back to it like on my phone. I have my phone here. I'll mute the microphone and I'll be like, oh, it sounds good. I'm not too drowned out by the like game volume. And then someone else will come by and they'll say, oh, your voice is loud, and then I'll turn it down. It just seems different. I don't know if, you know, some people are listening to this like in headphones. I mean, you'll see it too in like other live streams, whether it's someone playing a game or someone watching a video, or there's multiple people talking. You'll see people say that something is too loud, while other people say, no, it's perfect. Like, I can hear you, I can hear the music or the volume of the game music, like, just fine. So one last quick little test here. I think it's good. Leonardo has a crush on me, clearly. He might be my favorite villager. He's got that awesome Japan track jacket with that awesome looking eagle. You hear that? There's some kind of scary rustling sound coming from behind you. That's just some paper stuck here. Oh, new reaction, distress. I thought he was gonna teach me a trick. I thought he was trying to trick me. I haven't even used like all of the different, I haven't even used all of these yet. 200 times 2, we got catch bugs, 150 times 2. Not bad, we still got to chop wood, but complete DIY projects. 1 out of 3, catch fish, pop balloons. So we need to go on a little fishing journey. And then I need to buy some turnips. I'm trying to make enough money so that I can just kind of do it all in one swoop. I'm going to spend probably about 200 Bs on it. Right, it's not G's, 200K. I'm going to spend 200 B. Take that. So I guess I'll run around, just kind of collect everything, get some fruit, get some money for my business, and then get a whole bunch of turnips that will sit outside in the sun and all around the house floor for the next week while I try to negotiate the perfect selling price for them. I just got Marina. I haven't had an octopus yet. And that's actually one that I want to get. As well as maybe a monkey. Because these here are my current villagers. We got Hans. He doesn't count as like a monkey. I'm not even sure. Can someone tell me what kind of animal he is? Because he's like a yeti. But aside from him, I don't know any other like same species that are him. And then she counts as what, like a mouse, frog, cat, rabbit. I think Rex, Billy, and Vesta need to go. I had another ram too, Wendy, the other day. She walked up to me and said, I think I'm gonna move, and I said, I agree. I very much agree. And so she packed her bags and she took off. I was not sad to see her leave. I do got a hippo. That's Rex. He was my tank. He was my starter. It was him and Tammy. So I started off with these two. And then I added her, and then down the line, just like this. Alright, let's go talk to you. I was hoping you'd come by. I made a new pattern fabric for you. Try it on your custom furniture. Here you go. Nice. I started working on these during my breaks from shop stuff, but I got all excited and I just couldn't stop. So, what did she give me? I think she gave me this. I don't know, I'm not much for these. I'm not much for custom patterns. I kind of suck at it. Well, I really haven't used them yet. You really want the alligator boots. These? Or, these. These red ones? Is that what you're talking about? Boots, boots, boots. Business shoes. Those are those straight hooking boots. You look great. I'll mail your clothes to your house that's like right down the street. Instead of having you just take them. A frugal hat. I like that. I'm buying it. I'm like a wizard doctor. So which character are you talking about? Like this, or you're talking about my character? I mean, I guess if you want to, or I could buy them for you and I guess mail them to you. Oh, Billy. This isn't even his house, but he's sitting out front drinking a beer. Mine, well, there wasn't any touchdowns. That's because your house sucks. He has the garbage compactor, floor, rug, and then everything on the walls is just books. Oh, you're like, I want alligator boots. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't mail you the character, and I don't have them, so it's like a double whammy. So Mara, I think it looks like you subscribed. David Reed also subscribed. I sometimes don't get notifications for new subscribers. It just seems like if, you know, I'm subscribed to like a whole bunch of other channels and notifications, just some of them just get drowned out, so sometimes I don't see it, but it looks like I have just jumped up 2 subscribers. And that's kind of crazy just from doing, I'm going to be doing more of these live streams for sure, because every time, I mean, for the first couple, it wasn't a thing, but last night I got a small raid and I've jumped up from like 204 to 214 subscribers since last night, so 10 subscribers from 2 live streams. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, more live streams to come. Do you live by chance in the United States, or are you somewhere else in the world? I'm kind of curious because with this whole lockdown thing going on, I'm pretty much staying up like way too late. Like today, I pretty much I went to sleep at like 4:30 p.m. and then woke up at like 10 p.m. And then at like midnight, I was like, well, you know, West Coasters, if I'm streaming now, it's not too late for them. They'll be up. They might see my stream. And of course, it's way later than that now, and I didn't even start until 2 in the morning. So, and then it's hard to think about other people in the world that would actually see your stream. I mean, I'm on the East Coast, so it's 3 in the morning. Which normally would matter, but right now with this whole lockdown stuff going on, it's kind of just like whatever. It's really not that late, it's almost early. It's so late that it's early. I mean, it just was 3:25 in the morning, so at 3:33 in the morning, if this was a Saturday in Animal Crossing, that's when you go and turn on a TV. I haven't found a TV yet, but that's when you go and that's kind of weird. I thought a TV would be like one of the first items I would find, but that's when you go and turn the TV on and you see the aliens. I don't know if you've seen that yet. I mean, at midnight I went to, because I really haven't gone out that much in the past month. I've gone out to like the dollar store once or twice, and then occasionally there's like a small liquor store at the bottom of my house. I'll go there and get like soda and stuff like that, and then my wife pretty much goes shopping and does all that stuff. And so yeah, I haven't really been going out that much. And I forgot what I was just gonna say. Yeah, I totally forgot. Forgot what I was just gonna say. That's alright though. Thanks so much, Mara. Mara. I'm not sure exactly. It's got 2 R's, so it should be like a soft R, right? Mara. I didn't go to college, alright? I'm playing Animal Crossing at 3 o'clock in the morning. Zelda N64 fan up in the building. What's going down? Alright, man, I saw that you were online earlier. I pulled the same stunt that I did yesterday and the day before and the day before that and that. I was up all night last night. After I finished up the stream, I put Animal Crossing down for like an hour or two. Then I just have to pick it right back up. And then... See, I was right. I do know English. I'm pretty good at English. In terms of spelling, sentence, verbal, pronunciation. But then when it comes to like identifying prepositions and subject and predicate, like, those are things that I haven't actually remembered learning about in probably a good 23 years it's been. Is this game good for newbies to Animal Crossing, or should I just go back to Call of Duty? I feel like that's a troll kind of question. I'm not really sure. You versus me TV. Is this game good for newbies to Animal Crossing, or should I just go back to Call of Duty? I mean, you're not going to get any headshots, you're not going to get any N-words, unfortunately. Not from Animal Crossing, so... Any Animal Crossing is good for noobs. And I would say if you have a Nintendo Switch, go out and buy this game yesterday. And prepare to lose most of your life to it. Let's see, we got the brick oven and the gas range. In the wheelchair, I think. Yeah. It's great for noobs. It is good for noobs. It's good for everyone. I mean, I still stick with that this game, when they report on it, that it's gonna sell 23 million. And maybe more. Maybe more than Animal Crossing will sell more than Animal Crossing. I need relaxation, damn it. That reminds me of Jake Morgendorfer from Daria. I don't know if you guys are old enough for that, but that's one of my favorite. One of the best 90s cartoons, thinking man's cartoon of all time. I need relaxation, damn it! You would always flip out. But yeah, you definitely need Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is definitely relaxing. Doodle 457. What's going down? How are ya? What's new? Another name that I haven't seen before, so welcome to Doodle. Sorry about that. Welcome everybody that's new. You versus me TV. That's just funny where it's like, should I get Animal Crossing or should I just go back to Call of Duty? And I mean, all the memes and stuff out there, it's funny because like, I played Call of Duty before it was like the thing to do. Like I remember seeing Call of Duty 3 on Xbox 360 at Walmart when it was hooked up to the HDMI. I mean, this would have been 2006, end of 2005. And man, until I see like the PS5 or something, I feel like the jump in quality seeing it on a screen, right, just that quality level of jump, I haven't experienced something like that since. But Darth Lilyvan, or Lilypad, that's right, notifications are hilarious, but thank you for clicking the bell and being an informed citizen of the world. You have a brain and you know exactly what you're doing with it, so very glad that you clicked the bell. The notifications are funny because, like I was saying, I just got 2 new subscribers, 3, so Mara, you subscribed, David Reed, he subscribed, even though he didn't say anything, he didn't say hi or anything, so. Do I remember Liquid Television? I almost want to get back on Animal Crossing. Told you so. You're not done for the night. You were just on a minute ago, 1 hour ago. You got 125 hours or more. You're closing in on me, and I said that wasn't gonna be happening. And I'm at 130 hours or more. Why would it say start the software? So if I click start, I guess it would just go back. Caught the orchid mantis. Liquid Television. What year would that have been? Would that have been like earlier 90s? Or are you talking like after? Because I don't know how old you are. You versus me TV. Maybe if I saw like a trailer on it, maybe I would remember. I mean, I miss good old MTV. I still have like VHS tapes with like some like Spring Break stuff, some TRL stuff, like when like Eminem took over like Total Request Live, like 99, 2000, 2001, Marshall Mathers LP came out. You had like Korn and like Biscuit, they were always on TRL, and like Rooftops and man, all that stuff from back then. 90, 91. That would have been when I was first seeing MTV, because I was born in 87, so don't really remember it. Even my dad, he has VHS somewhere of like 1982 when MTV like first came on the air, and they would play stuff in blocks, and then at like the end of the night it would just go to like ads, and then eventually it would be just like radio silence. I know, I think MTV came out, not exactly sure, I want to say maybe 84, so maybe it was after that. 38, but I have a weird memory for TV. I love old TV. TV sucks now. I don't even have cable. I haven't had cable since, well, my last apartment, I lived there for like a year and a half, and we didn't pay for cable there, but for some reason we had cable for basically like a year while living there. But aside from that, I haven't had cable since like 2009, maybe, and I don't miss it at all. Especially because like the internet. I mean, every time I go to pay my internet bill, how's the internet doing? How is it? You know, what do you got for a cell phone? You want to do like a package deal? Trying to get like a package plan? What are you using for a phone? I'm like, I literally have like a smart track phone that's not even activated, because it's pretty much just a YouTube, Twitter, Facebook messaging thing, and then I have, you know, like one of those free text/call apps, and it's like, that's all you need. As long as you got some Wi-Fi, you're good to go. I don't need an iPhone where I'm paying like $100 extra a month. You like my hat, B? I actually just washed it because I hadn't washed it in a while, and it was like all stretched out, so I threw it in the washer. So I really haven't been wearing it lately. It kind of just sits up here, and then it's kind of cushy for the headphones. No, you breadstick. I like your hat too. You're a hat. I have like a faded memory of something coming to my head. Oh, you're a towel. No, really, you're a towel. You're a towel. I have no idea what's going on. Man, this one here always has fleas. Prepare to die. So after I go buy turnips, I actually just saw on Twitter that, yeah, her new nickname for me is Butterbean. And then she calls me, something legs. I forget what she was calling me. She kind of stopped doing that. But yeah, I saw this article on Twitter from Nintendo Life. Y'all towels. Breadstick, you're a towel. Tom Nook. Whoa, who's that hot person on the thumbnail? It's you. That thumbnail was like terrible. It's funny because I did like a terrible thumbnail last night where I took like the masking tool and I cut like jagged edges around my finger just like pointing. I'm not very good at thumbnails, and I mean I guess I can be when I want to be, but usually I'm just in a rush. But I don't want to use like the same thumbnail over and over, so I just kind of do it real quick. Scroll up, B. Seems like we went over his head. Oh, I did miss the Thunder Pals raid. You're right, because Lily said that. Oh, hey D-Dub, waves _ yeah, I did miss that because I actually have enough people in here commenting that they're, if I don't look, they're just kind of going by. Oh yeah, I remember when Eminem was on TRL and Mark Wahlberg clowned him. Thunder Pals raid the Thunder Pack. The Thunder Pals pack. Nice raid, doe. Just because reasons. Lol at Sam. Sub to you. Playing random games. Thank you for subbing. And let's see if I got the notifications for those. Playing random games. Yes, I did. So I'm actually getting notifications for that. Sometimes I just don't. The Thunder Pals, it was funny because I looked at the end of your stream after my stream because I wanted to see if when you came to raid me, if somebody had just mentioned like, hey, there's these people, or if you like had looked through like a bunch of them. And it was funny because you were like, there's someone named D-Dub, and then you were laughing, you were like, it's just funny that someone's got the name D-Dub. And I just laughed because I was like, I'm not sure exactly what's so funny about that. That's been my like my rap alias since like 2008, 2009. And I'm not like a rapper. I had a brief messing around period career with a friend, and we like recorded a bunch of stuff on his laptop. And then at one point he deleted all of it, and that was the end of the rap career. After he deleted it, because I was just like, dude, why would you delete it? We didn't have any of it backed up or anything like that. What in the world? I always wanted to try Animal Crossing, but I feel like I might get lost in it. You look like the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I need the old oil. Oh, I stopped hitting the rock early. Damn, getting distracted here. I kind of got a little bit stuck, I guess, with Dragon Quest Builders 2. I kept having this issue where I pretty much had to restart the game at one point because one of the quests I did, I had collected the 10 of something. It was like several hours into the game, and I collected the stuff that it said, and for some reason it just wasn't registered in the game. I had the stuff in my inventory, and then you had to go back to the like the little workbench, and then you had to talk to one of the guys, and it would like progress the dialogue saying that like you completed it. And then there would be times you didn't even get the quest yet. You would need to get a certain amount of items or talk to a certain person or craft a certain thing, and you would go and talk to them. And before you even got the quest, it would pop up on the screen and say that like you did part of this quest that hadn't even popped up yet. And there was several times where I unknowingly completed a quest that I wasn't actively trying to do. I just, because I like run around and explore, it would just complete the quest, say it was done, And then there was plenty of other times where it just didn't register it. There was one time, because I didn't even beat that game. I got to the, like the mining town, and then you had to build like this shower. And I kept tearing the thing down, rebuilding it, moving it to the other side of town. I must have done that like 15 times. And you had to use a certain amount of like the shower heads. You had to use a certain amount of the glass wall separators. And I built it in so many different configurations, so many different styles. And there was like no blueprint for it. It was just like, you need to build a shower stall for the village that has 8 shower heads and uses 10 glass dividing panels. And I would do that and it just wouldn't register it. And it was to the point where I had to go on and watch. I mean, that happened like multiple times trying to build the, in the mining town, you had to build the dorm. And you went from like a small dorm to, there was like the multi-star system where you could add more furniture and turn it to like a 2 or a 3, I think up to 5-star like residence. And you were going from like basically a 1 to a 3, so you had to use a certain amount of like niceties. And there was these things I put like in between the beds, like nightstands that weren't just like clunky wood, they were like nicer, but you had to use a certain amount of stuff, and I did it. And for some reason it was the same thing. It just wouldn't register as a small dorm. It was registering as, because like when you finally put the door on it, you then had to put like the door plate on it to like, you know, complete it. And I would put the door on it and it would say like, you know, medium living quarters. It like wasn't registering as a like a 3-star dorm. It just wouldn't do it. And I changed it from being like 10 blocks long and like 6 wide to like 12 long and like 8 wide, and then I shrunk it back down and I made it bigger, and I kept building the thing and tearing it down, building the thing and tearing it down, saving it, quitting the game, jumping out, going back in, and it just wouldn't do it. I had to do the same thing as I did for the shower. I had to go onto somebody's live stream where they just said, oh, build a 3-star dorm with 6 shower heads and 10 glass dividing panels, and they just set it up randomly, and their quest completed. And it was like, as soon as I built it block for block the way that they built it, the quest completed itself. And I was like, I've been using all the same. Zelda N64 fan, I see you. You're never done. What in the world? Unfortunately, I got rid of my Switch. Now I gotta wait till they're back in stock. Stupid COVID. What's my friend's Switch code? My friend's Switch code is... I should have put that down in the description. Sometimes I do. We can just type that in though. Oh 0322 05986805. Couldn't keep myself away. It's 9.43 here. So what are you in? Where are you located then? You gotta be in like Europe, or I'm trying to time travel in my head. It's not working. It hurts. You mess with my head. I don't know if anybody gets that reference, but that's okay if you don't. We need... Let's put the wood away. See, we got a bunch of peaches. We still have the wheelchair and the brick oven. Those can go away for now. We gotta go hit the museum. And then I need to pull out my money and go and buy some turnips. So thanks once again for the Thunder Pals, the Thunder Pack. I know that the Thunder Pals, whatever that dude's name is, he was laughing pretty good last night, trying to figure out he was gonna send his people over here. And I just was watching the end of that, and he was laughing at some of the stupid things that I was saying. And it had me laughing, because I could just hear myself in the background talking about whatever I was talking about. And he's like, the Thunder Pack, and he's just sitting there cackling. I'm like, that's funny. So, thanks, Thunder Pals. I also went to his Twitter, I added him. Seems like he's kind of doing the similar late night stream. I saw that his stream was like 5 hours long last night. We got Stricker Plays. Thanks for subbing. Man, my subs are jumping up from doing these live streams. I think I need to just keep with it. Keep running my mouth, saying dumb things, and keeping you all entertained out there. It seems to be working. I mean, why don't I craft my tools? Because I'm so sick of crafting tools. I'm sick of being like OCD about, okay, I'm going to do the next thing, and I should go back in there and get rid of this butterfly, but I might plant some fruits, but for now I'm going to the museum, and then I'll walk back. I don't think I need this thing. But I'll go into my house, I'll be like, oh, that's right, I need to make a net, so then I'll be like, oh, you need tree branches. And then I'll be like, oh, I only have 3 tree branches. Then I'll go run outside, shake some trees, get the tree branches. Then I'll put them away. Then I'll be like, oh, that's right, I need a shovel. And then I'll be like, oh, let's go run back to my house. And then I'll go to the crafting bench and I'll be like, oh, that's right, I need wood. Or I want to upgrade, or I just want a stone axe. I forget to pull the stone out of storage. And then I just end up going in and out of the crafting thing, in and out of the storage, grabbing the stick, grabbing the stone. I'll grab hardwood as opposed to regular wood, accidentally go back into the crafting bench, scroll down, and then I'll be like, oh, I only have hardwood. Sorry, it needs to be soft, or, you know, mid-tier, and then I have to put it back in storage, pull the rest out, come back out, go back to into the bench, and it just drives me nuts sometimes. I wish the golden everything would just stick around forever. And I also hate the fact that for like the mid-tier stone axe, you need to have made the flimsy axe first, so a lot of times I'm not paying attention, I just end up making both. So sometimes when you're just at the shop, it's just easier to just buy one because it's just going to break in a couple minutes. So for 400 bells, it'll serve the purpose of what I need it to do immediately, and then the thing's just going to break anyways. So at some point I just need to collect enough stuff and make like 100 of each. Is it true that you hit Timmy and Tommy? Timmy and Tommy are very good businessmen. Putting him on the spot. Well, I had like a little clip that I made explaining that Timmy and Tommy, they're not really like his, I mean, they kind of are his nephews, but they're sort of like, they're actually his sons, because Tammy Nook, you know, the mother, she was basically like the rock of the family. And then she, you know, casually started becoming a workaholic and started drinking at work and becoming an alcoholic, workaholic. And then she started getting abusive, and, you know, they almost lost the kids. And then basically she went off to go be with her, I forget what I said. I think I said she found a black Tanuki that was basically her new boyfriend, so she went off to be with him. And then Timmy, Tommy, and Tom, kind of sounds weird to say, but they were broke for a while, and they decided to pull their money together. You know, Timmy and Tommy, they were struggling with school, going through you know, their adolescent years, trying to figure out who they were going to be, like the pressures of the family, you know, things like depression. They went through all of it. They maintained their entry-level jobs in the workforce when they were like in their preteens. They saved up their money. They helped their father out. They did their chores. Dad was out grinding, trying to become a true businessman. And throughout the course of the games, you know, like the first GameCube game, you know, Timmy and Tommy weren't around at that point. They were like living with Tammy Nook, the drunk mother, and that. Yeah, this goes deep. If any of you guys are out there enjoying the story, Byron Martin, welcome, my brother. How's it going? So yeah, Tom Nook, he wanted to be a lucrative businessman, and the kids basically, you know, they helped out. They went through their own struggles, but they ultimately all pulled their money together, and through the course of Animal Crossing, which is now 19 years old, not 20. Like I said, yesterday marked the 19th anniversary of Animal Crossing on the GameCube. So I guess not necessarily Thoughts and Memories 64, and that was perfect. At least I have this eye thing, so I'm just gonna look normal. But yeah, in population growing, they weren't really, you know, they were starting off slow. Like, Tom Nook had his little shop, it wasn't anything too big, and now, over the course of this 19 years, his kids are still little, but, you know, they now have this lucrative business of this ultimate getaway package, and they finally, you know, they're finally pulling off the business thing. They're successful in it. It took many years and half a destroyed family, and, you know, Timmy, Tommy, and Tom, they don't talk to Tammy Nook anymore. They don't really know where she is. She's kind of the estranged member of the family. And that they all pretty much forgive her, but she just decided to, you know, smoke crack and whore herself out on the streets. And now Timmy, Tommy, and Tom, they're having the last laugh with their lucrative business model of the getaway package. And, you know, Tom Nook, he paid child support at first. And karma's a bitch. It all came back around for him, and now they're living this life of luxury. I mean, that's pretty much, that's the god honest background story that I'm sticking to. Nintendo, they're never gonna fill you in that much, so I've thought about turning this thing into like a fan, like, comic book. Maybe I should do that. Just like a little magazine in like a cool art style, or different pages done in different sort of like art directions and art styles. Maybe make it like a comic book that kind of just explains the whole story of Tom Nook and the little Nooklings. It could sell. So yeah, that's what I think of in my spare time, because I use my time wisely. If you guys didn't know that. Can't believe it's already 4 in the morning, Jesus. We'll drop these here. We gotta go to that museum. Oh, thanks, Flimsy Matt. I like when you're making space and then the tool that's in your hand just explodes. I wish there were mini bridges in this game. Like half the width of this, that was just like 2 or 3 sticks wide that you could put over like small parts of the river. I think that would be cool. Late Thunder Pals raid. Yeah, thank you, Byron Martin. And thanks everybody else for stopping by. You guys are awesome. So we've just gained a whole bunch of subs. Like I said, last night I had 202 or 3 or 4 subs, and then just from then to now we've jumped up 16, 17 subs. We're at 220. Is that what the number is? 220. Whoop whoop. That's like the fastest boom for subs since I started the channel. I mean, it took me like, it's basically been like weeks, like a week to get like 3 new subscribers. I mean, if you boil the math down, 3 or 4 new subscribers. And then every other day when well, sometimes I don't look at the sub number for like a week, but it usually ends up dropping back from what it last was. So to have like a new subscriber boom, now I won't feel so bad if over the next several weeks I lose like a dozen. If you have a relic of unknown origin, please allow me to look at it. I think I clicked make a donation from just not looking at it, not paying attention. Cool. More than one I see. Let's take a closer look. Yes, indeed. Quite splendid. Our museum already has fossils such as these. So yeah, maybe not this stream, but in a couple days, or if I can get my schedule tightened up, maybe some post-dinner night, there'll be enough of us and enough of you guys watching that we can do like a, like I said, hop from hop, go to each other's towns, open up some gates, get some new, you know, see what other folks have, get some new like flowers or fruits if you guys don't have certain things that I have, and or like doing like the cataloging thing, trying to catalog new stuff that you don't have, that you haven't seen yet, that you can't build, that you can't buy. That would be pretty cool. I didn't mean that. That's what that looks like when I'm thinking. I don't think I need this thing. I think it's time to sell this. I wish I could just give it to like the Eagle sisters. Need more water. You gotta camel up, you know? Fill up your shoulders full of water when you just chug a bunch of it. What exactly am I offering? Not really that much. Let's see. All this fine stuff. 25 G's. Man, I got extra. I find it weird the amount of bells that you could put in your pocket. It's not quite 99,999. But I just said add more to my pockets. It left me with 4,000. But if you have leftovers, you can still add it, and you can end up with pretty much 99,999, but not by choice. It's by happenstance. So we got that bridge done. We got Billy the Goat done, moved up. I think we'll do some fishing. We need to make some DIY projects. We need to tend the flowers and sell a hot item. So we'll do the fishing. We'll get the Nook Miles. Then we're gonna buy turnips. So, and I need a net. I need to make a net. Bluegills, why don't they just call it the pink one? Some of the writing is not that great in this game. I honestly wish they spent a little bit more time with the dialogue, the character development. I kind of miss the original Animal Crossing being like... Some of the characters were like jerks, uptight, obnoxious, like mean. And now most of that meanness is gone. I think I've only had like one or two sort of like off-color, not even mean, like barely even mean at all. I've only had a few things like that actually said to me by other villagers. And I kind of wish that they would bring that back. It's like I said in one of my many here's what I hope they do in Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch before it was even called New Horizons. I said that at the beginning. They should pretty much ask like, your birthday, what's your birthday? Or ask after that, like, hey, do you want to play this game as like an adult or do you want to play it as like a kid? And that there would be more like mean things, more like skillfully crafted adult humor that would be disguised like for kids. And then if you were a parent setting this up for your kid, it would just kind of like get rid of that. But I really wish there was like, you know, why isn't Conquer in Animal Crossing? Conquer for Animal Crossing, not Conquer for Smash. Conquer for Animal Crossing. I mean, how good of a fit would that be? I mean, really think about that. That would be just a great fit. He's got his Nook can that just clearly says beer on it. And he's just sitting over on the bench with like a little pile of like puke at his feet. And then he just swears at you. Those are the real opportunities. We got 2 more fishes to catch. Also, I wonder what my town rating is at. I guess it's at maybe 3 or 4 stars now. Or actually, I think it was 3 the last time I checked it. It's probably still at 3. I really think to go from 4 to 5, you have to actually have everything. Like, I wonder what like the algorithm is, because I don't think it's just by amount of things placed. Maybe it is. If that's the case, you could just put items everywhere and lay paths down in just random, ridiculous, and then place fences everywhere and trees everywhere. I wonder what the algorithm is to state that you're a 5-star town. The sounding of the church bell. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Wink, wink. didn't even make a net. See, that was dumb. Let's get some water on these flowers. We still got 8 or 9 viewers. Who's still watching? And how many of you are actually just kind of have this on and you're actually really sitting there playing Animal Crossing New Horizons? Because I'm pretty sure that's at least half of you. We have Zelda N64 fan. He's playing Animal Crossing. And maybe he's not even watching the stream, it's just on mute, or it's just sitting across the way. Like he's got it on like the countertop or his bed nightstand, and he's on the other side of the room. And he can hear what's going on, he looks at it occasionally, but he's really just playing Animal Crossing. And he wants to feel like a certain way that you're kind of playing with people, even though you're actually really not. You ended up eating a cookie. That's a good idea. Actually, like I remember what I was saying now. You're listening. Playing random games. He's a cookie. Or, no, you. I actually, like I was saying about probably 45 minutes ago when I forgot what I was talking about, I now remember what I was talking about, and that I haven't really been going to too many stores, so I don't know what's open. We have like 3 local, like, Cumberland farms that are open 24/7. But ever since this thing, they close now at 11 p.m. Yeah. So I went driving out to one that's further by my house, like where I grew up when I was a kid. I haven't been up there yet. They looked open, every single light in the building, or on the outside of the building, and then all the gas pumps was on. And then I went up to the door, and it was locked, and I was like, oh, shucks, I don't have the room, I knew it. PRG, out. The Netherlands, out. Oh, okay, so you're from the Netherlands. Alright, well, thank you, PRG. You cookie. That's what it was. You cookie. Have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. I'm gonna buy some turnips. Let's see. What if I buy 4? Look at that snot just running off the nose. I think a lot of people think that that's like all endearing. I don't know. I just think that's a dumb. It's a dumb. That's what I think. Hey, Kerplow. He always says Kerplow, but he didn't say it this time. Tended the flowers. I need some balloons. I guess I'll chop down the tree. I've been playing this game for like 2 hours. I haven't seen or heard a single balloon. Those things have gone like way down. It's weird because after they did the update and they stopped having it be so many eggs, I heard people saying on Twitter and seeing like retweets and stuff that now, you know, after that, they weren't getting like any balloons pretty much at all. And like asking other people if they had that problem at all. And most people said, no, I'm not having that problem. There's still plenty enough balloons. And I had plenty of balloons. Balloons, where are you? I know, now, after that update, I still had plenty, and then it was like 3 days ago, maybe? And now I'm 2 hours in, I guess, and I haven't seen a single one. Same thing happened yesterday. I only found like 1 or 2 over the course of probably a good 4 to 5 hours playing. Oh man. Is he supposed to be like doing squats, or does he... Oh, he's stretching. It looked like he had to take a dump for a minute. This guy's rocking shades on. Weird for a rhino to have, or yeah, rhino, hippo. I think he's a rhino. To have sunglasses on his head like that. It's like weird design to... He's just gonna sleep standing up. Oh, let's hide behind the trash bags. He doesn't see us. He's getting ready for nothing. He's gonna stretch. And then he's probably just gonna sit down. Get off the beach. He just wants to stay there doing his thing. Admirable. I admire that. Oh, that's right. One other thing that I was getting ready to say. I started to say it, and then I forgot what I was saying. I saw the Nintendo Life article on Twitter about how to catch ants. And it was... right as soon as I saw it, I went, oh yeah, that's right. There are ants in the game. In New Leaf, with the rotten perfect apples and stuff, I mean, they were in a massive abundance. Never had an issue trying to get them, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's, yeah. So, actually, we're gonna take a turnip. You got one thing to take care of before you go to sleep, and then you gotta head out. Sorry, I wasn't here for much. You were here for long enough, and you're like, at least you say things. You have things to add to the discussion, and like I appreciate that. So, you know, any of your time it's appreciated. So just know that I appreciate you stopping by, and I know you from similar communities. So the amount of like support and interaction and comments, and you know your willingness to like you know say things and be someone that's part of the community, that when they see you, it's you know it brings something to talk about, and it makes makes me feel like I actually know you at least a little bit. So you know it's cool to see that there's good viewers out there. You're a good viewer, and it helps bring discussion to the table. So you know I appreciate you just as much, for whether you're here for like 2 minutes or 45 minutes, which you definitely were. So you have a good one as well. Get some good sleep, and you know thank you. Have a good night. Jigsaw Joystick, what's up? I do have a Discord. I just I do have one. It's basically like, oh really, where is it? How you know? And I'm just like, it's there. I don't know. I made a specific Discord probably about a month ago. But I don't really ever use Discord, and I definitely should make it so that you know I could hear and like turn it on, or if I don't want it, all of that. That way it could come through the stream. But I mean, I did use Discord like last year, and it was like I've heard about Discord for years. I've just never used it. So I had it on my phone. And I was a part of like a couple different groups. And then at one point, all of a sudden there was people talking in my pocket, and I didn't know them. They were like a couple of gamers that were just using it privately, talking to each other. They weren't like recording or anything. They were playing like, you know, Call of Duty or whatever. And then all of a sudden I heard talking in my pocket. And I finally like turned the microphone on. I was like, hello? And they were like, you know, they were like hello? And I was like, who are you guys? Like, I'm like, I use Discord, but I don't know who you are. I somehow got into their server, and they thought it was like privated. They thought there would be no way anybody else besides anyone that they knew. I mean, it was just two people talking, but they were like, there's no way random people are going to be coming in here. And they were just having private conversations. And I started talking to them, and they took like way off guard. They were like, who the hell are you? And how'd you get in here? And I was like, I don't know. I just have it on my phone. And I started hearing people talking in my pocket, and now I pull it out, and it's you guys. And then I asked, I don't know, I think I asked like what they were playing, and they were kind of cool for a minute, and I think I asked them like, oh, like whereabouts are you from? And they were kind of like, we're not telling you that. And then they both like, I think they thought I was some hacker. They got like freaked out by it, and then they shut it down. I was out of there. They shut it down pretty quick. But I really do. I think they thought I was a hacker. 1 second, you just put your phone in your pocket. 3 minutes later, you hear two people talking over Discord. Because at first, I thought Discord was just I thought it was just like a text app. I didn't realize it was like a voice app. Or I think that I thought it was a voice app, and then when I opened it, I was like, oh, it's just a text app. Something like that. I thought one or the other, and then when I saw that it basically did both, and that you could have like a number of rooms and servers and click between different rooms. Different rooms, not different rooms. You could have different rooms and close one server out and open the other, and have different people be part of certain ones and not the others, and that you could just kind of click through them. I was like, that's pretty cool. But I never started using it, and I probably should. It probably should be the time that I start incorporating that. I mean, it seems to work well for like a lot of people. Like, there's a lot of small, tight-knit communities. Oh, you're not leaving? So what did you do? You moved from like a chair to like laying down, and you're like, I guess I'll just sit back up and play Animal Crossing for 2 or 3 more hours. Ooh, goat with a donut. Hey. Get back here. You're gonna take a picture of me with your donut. Turn around. Alright, whatever. I want a donut. Had a similar glitch where you went online, you joined a random voice chat on the server. That was a day my phone was really laggy. I guess it's just weird if you don't even realize it, and you pull it out of your pocket, and then you're in somebody's Discord. Because when I first like downloaded it, I was like, okay, there's like random rooms, so you gotta like join somebody's Discord, or like click on something, or search for different rooms to be able to talk to someone. And then after that, I found like, I don't know, I went to like Metal Jesus's server, and there was a bunch of different people talking, and then he showed up for a little bit, and he kind of chatted with me and a bunch of other people at the same time, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Wait, I need a bunch more turnips. Like a lot more. Wait, no, I didn't change my mind. I clicked B. Hey, what do you mean you don't have a Switch? I thought you had a Switch. I thought you were playing Animal Crossing. You really don't have a Switch? That's kind of, like, I guess, strange for all the different, like, similar communities that we run in, where it's, like, mostly Switch-oriented. a Switch? Is it like something you've like looked at, or like what kind of stuff do you play? See, I thought in like Josh's live stream, I could have swore that it was you that was into like Animal Crossing and or some of like the other like RPGs and stuff that was on the Switch. Maybe, I guess I'm wrong if you don't have a Switch. I hear a balloon. Sporty shades. I guess not bad. Those are like the ones that the rhino has on his face. Now we gotta pull some money out. Yeah, what is it with the dark side? What is the dark side exactly? Is that supposed to be like the Xbox? I always see it. There's times I've been in his streams or watching the Loot Cast, and I see these like random like jokes about that, and then there's times where I see that you message him and Josh is sitting there just playing his Switch. They're like, "Hey Josh," and he's just like, and for like 15 minutes at a time, he just won't even engage in conversation. He's just clearly like playing his Switch, or his TV's like off to here, or he's like holding it like right here. And I see you'll message, or he'll like reply to something, you reply to something, and then he just sort of disappears from interacting in any of the chat for a while people are messaging him. And you're talking about the dark side. Why does he not like Star Wars? I like Undertale. I played and beat Undertale once, and then I haven't finished, what's the sequel? What do they call that? Undertale Anagram. It's been a while. I played like a bit of that, and then I'm not sure, did Toby Fox, did he put out any more parts to that? Because I thought it was like the second one was coming out sometime after it was announced that the first part of it was going to the Switch. He doesn't seem like a dark side kind of person. He's like, you know, happy-go-lucky, positive. And you're like, come to the dark side. And he's just like, no. Yeah, Deltarune. I was trying to think like hard, but I haven't played that in a while. Because it came out and it was basically free on PC. It's like episode 1 of a whatever he decides he's doing with it. And then it was 6 months later or something like that. It's been a while. And then it was like, hey, it's coming to the Switch, part 1. And it was free, and it was like, oh, nice, it's coming to the Switch. And I started playing through it, and I didn't beat it, and haven't heard anything about it since, so I don't think that there's any, See, how many endings are there to... Because I want to say I think there's like several, or there's several ways that it can play out based on who you kill and fight and what you say at the end. Because it's also weird that like you get sorted toward the end of the game and then you would say something and it would just end, and I'd be like, huh, and then I would like load back up from where I was, and instead of like saying something stupid, I would go with like the nice thing, and then it would take me further. And I think I sort of like ended the game like 3 different times. Because one of them, it seemed like it ended like prematurely, and then the other 2 times I went like further, and I ended up killing the like mother, the goat, whatever her name is. Jedi Master Lilioka. So you have multiple screen names that you fight with yourself in live streams on. I am dark side. I am light side. Jedi Master Dark Lilioka versus Lilydun. Don't kill. Well, I mean, they call it the whatever, the passive route and the whatever route. I just like bought the game because I don't know, it was like $10, but I like the just like the old school feel to it. I like the music, the way that it looks. You know, a lot of people reference like Earthbound, and it does kind of have that sort of like look and feel to it, at least a little bit. So I don't know if Deltarune ends up just being sort of a midway project to a sequel that he sort of ends up just kind of not really finishing. Or I mean, if like Undertale 2 just comes out and Deltarune is like a piece in between that he decided not to do for free and make it part of the rest of it. Well, I mean, they'll all intertwine kind of regardless, I would think, but I don't know, it's weird because that game seemed to reach like a pretty high cult classic, but it almost seems like it did before because it was on like the Wii, and then it came out on the Switch, and it's like that's like years later. But he does have a lot of, you know, other stuff that he does, music and stuff, in video games. Before that, it was my first and last name, which I wasn't comfortable with, so I switched it to just Grace. Well, I meant, like, connected in the same realm, like, it's the same creator, it's kind of, like, the same look. It definitely is different. I mean, I liked... I probably should go back and play Deltarune. I mean, apparently that thing was only, like, two hours. Something, like, you could beat it pretty quick. What does this guy want? I missed it. A cafe uniform, okay. I guess I did want that. I mainly use it when I'm taking the day and night off from modding. Why, what are you modding? So I'm guessing, usually modding is like a PC thing. Are you part of the PC Master Race? Nice to see you, let's talk. She's got a sandwich. Sure. I just felt like you had to be an avid reader, so I'm glad I was right, Toady. Nook Miles. We need to cut down a tree. Access the wardrobe. Those are always good. Oh, moderating like a moderator. Oh, well, thank you for making me not looking too stupid. I didn't even think of that as a possibility. I just thought because she said like in between modding, and I didn't think about you meant in the chat. I should have probably thought about that, but so I mean, if you're both like the light and the dark, I mean, you could almost troll at that point. If you're a mod on both, you could basically put someone in timeout and then sort of like shit on them and sort of lift them up with positivity at the same time. And they'd probably be like looking at the similar names, like kind of wondering, but they probably wouldn't really think about it. There's the turnip snob. Back for more, yes. Although I only did turnips like maybe 2 or 3 times in New Leaf, because I would then travel and they would rot. And I hear of the one that so occasionally, like maybe one day a night or a month, if that off, I'm not one to troll. Mods do fight the trolls. People have theories about Chris being controlled by you. The enemy is him taking him back control, but because you are making him do things he doesn't want to do, he's gone insane. I don't know, that game, they're both just strange. I think that's what's interesting about them, though. And I mean, like, I haven't looked extensively into like what Toby Fox does, but I know he did like music. He still does music. He's done music for like a bunch of different games. So I wonder what he's like currently working on. Because he did the music for Little Town Hero, and it was basically agreed that that was pretty much the best part of the game. Bye, Zelda N64 fan. You're gonna head out, and in 4 hours from now, I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna see the 1-up in the corner. It just was there, but it disappeared, and you're gonna probably end up being back on. And if that's the case, I'll laugh. If not, I won't really think about it. But if I see if I see your name pop back up in the top left corner, I'll just know, and I'll just be like, hey Rex, aren't mornings neat? I want to chat. Yeah, sure. They keep your feet entertained. It's kind of a weird way about thinking about a walk. Yeah, I like walks. They keep my feet entertained. Ugh, she almost just got that big snot on me. Hello. That is supposed to say hello to the last person that just typed something. So to the new viewer, it's weird when you see like these accounts, because it'd be like me going on like any other country's live stream and then just typing in like English that they don't understand at all, and then I would never know if they said like hi. So hi to the newest viewer. Welcome. Hopefully they like Animal Crossing. I mean, I think it's Chinese, but I'm not exactly totally sure. There's a couple different dialects, so I'm not a doctor. Back for more. Yes, I want to spend all of my money, because I don't want it anymore. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't have the room, so time to go dump them off and then have no money. But later I'm gonna be probably going to some islands. I have like 6 Nook Mile tickets. I could probably buy another 1 or 2 by the time that shows up. And I'm probably just gonna grind islands. I want to go back to the Tarantula Island and kind of hammer one of those out. Because when you end up with like, as long as you have like 2 or 3 nets and then you clear the whole island, you can pretty much leave all your tools behind and walk out of there with like 38, 39 tarantulas. And it's a lot of money. And at that point, after I sell all the turnips, I'll be like rolling in bells. Plus having it not modded allows me to take a break if needed from modding. Modding is like I mean, some places are bad enough that you like need a lot of mods depending the size of the audience and who shows up. I've seen plenty of live streams where there's like one mod that's not even there most of the time, and usually the audience is pretty respectful. And I've seen others where like you need mods but nobody cares or like steps up to the plate to allow somebody to mod. So some places take modding like actually serious, others there's just mods as mods and it's not really needed, and if they do mod then it's like cool, and if you don't, no one's really too worried about it. I don't know, I'm a mod on a couple channels and I never really had to use it or block anybody. Like some channels just become, like I've seen a few channels where every single person, like all 40 or 50 people in the chat are mods, but then I've also seen I've seen like mods power trip to the point where it's like they're accidentally timing people out, and then the person whose channel it is has to say like, whoa, like itchy trigger finger. The person didn't even say anything, or it was clearly a joke, or what? Why did you time that person out? They didn't even say anything that's could be taken as offensive, or like it's just an opinion, or it's an old high school friend I know that's clearly just joking, and you just like block them from the channel. Now I have to go through and like undo the doing. I mean, I've only had on this channel, I only had one person walk in one time, because they definitely walked in on their feet because they were trying to keep their feet entertained. So they walked in, but they said something. I was like, oh hey, and then they were like, can you call me daddy or something like that? And then they said something else that was stupid, and I just blocked them. But other than that, I haven't had a single problem at all. So it's been pretty cool. So now I have like 260 or 280 grand worth of turnips. When that turnip price goes up, hopefully I don't get screwed, and hopefully the high for the week isn't like 71, because I mean, I think I just bought them at 90 a piece. And that seems to fluctuate too. I don't know what like the lowest can be. The one and only other time that I bought them off of her, I think they were 94 a piece. So man, he's just doing his thing. He doesn't care who's watching, he's just going for it. And she's still just watering these flowers. Yep, Rex right there, he's just chilling. Goats fishing for nothing. Can you give advice to be awake? It's a struggle. I understand. It's not easy sometimes, but we all have our cross to bear, so just keep keep that in mind and don't be too hard on yourself, you know, as long as you're trying. That's all that really matters. We need to chop a tree. Get them Nook miles. Yeah, just one. That's exactly what I wanted to do, is pick the flowers. A tapestry. Alright, which one of you is gonna get it? And then I need to access my wardrobe. Chop some wood, right? I think she gave them to me for 90 apiece. I'll have to look that up online. I wonder what her low and her high is. My mind was actually blown when I heard that you can potentially sell your turnips for 800 bells. I've never seen anything like that. I thought it was just a BS number. Thanks for your service, Trusty Axe. Not very trusty. Hiya. Hiya. So, Lily, do you have an interest in the Switch? Because you definitely watch a lot of people that have Switches. Is there any games that interest you, like Animal Crossing? Is it something that you'd be into, or do you just not care? You would just rather be on the dark side. Is that how that goes? Whee! So we still have 5 viewers. Unless that's incorrect. But I just want to say that I appreciate everyone that came out tonight. You guys are all awesome. I mean, if this was just a regular night, there would be nobody. But with all the stuff going on, I'm actually surprised that most of the people that have showed up have actually showed up. Especially just with it being this late. I mean, I don't think most people, unless they have an audience on the, other side of the world, that they would be able to start a stream at 2 in the morning and actually have a handful of people show. I just got my ass cheated. I've also sent over 1,000 on my current VR setup. Wait, what did you say before that? I think the chat was frozen for that. Yeah, the last thing I saw that you said was just be awake. You've also spent probably over 1,000 on your current. So is VR, is that the main thing you play? What are your what's your favorite games? What are your top tier games? I mean, do you own any consoles or handhelds or anything? How did you get into gaming? What games would you get on the Switch if you had a Switch? See, I don't think I could handle VR. I've like never used VR except for the Labo VR, but I feel like even in like smooth resolution and everything, it makes me sick, and I'm prone to car sickness. Like when I was a kid, I always got car sick whenever it would like rain out and it would be like muggy or like hot and muggy. There was times where just being in the back of the car and having like one like tight brake squeeze enough to like kind of throw you forward, and I would be like, oh, and then we'd get somewhere and I'd be like queasy for like the next like 10 or 15 minutes. So I was like really prone to that. And when the Labo VR came out, I thought it was pretty cool. I was sitting up here, I was playing with like the blaster game, and then when I did Breath of the Wild, that was the one that my stomach was really turning, and I was like, wow, like I can't believe that it actually kind of does that. It makes your stomach do that. You need like those wristbands that have like a little dot that are supposed to like push on your circulation to keep you from throwing up. I forget what those are called. That was like a thing that they had back in the day. It was like if you had to like drive in the car or like ride on a boat, and they were like little wristbands with this like plastic ball that like dug into your wrists to something with your circulation to stop you from wanting to barf. And I don't really recall them ever working. But Dramamine, that was the one that took care of it. I bet it's possible. Just not. Most people probably just wouldn't bother. They would just be like, nah. Like I feel like something like Beat Saber, I mean, everything, it's not like you're constantly moving in like a 3D space, but with all this stuff flying at you, I feel like that would make me potentially like want to puke sooner than maybe like a 3D adventure game. I always wanted to play the Tetris, whatever the one is for the PlayStation, Tetris Infinite or Zero or whatever the hell it's called. Because I love Tetris. I'm a Tetris-er. Yeah, we still gotta check out that cafe uniform. Yeah, your brain thinks you're moving, but your body knows it, and some people, that causes them to get sick. Definitely caused me to get sick. I mean, there's times I even I'm like looking at my phone or something, like walking through the living room, or like going down the stairs and I'm like putting it in my pocket, and it only takes a second, and I look down, but I'm moving, and I look up, and it like throws me off for a second. And even then, there's times where just walking from the living room to the kitchen, like looking at my phone, rounding the corner, I actually feel like for a second that I might actually lose it. And it's only like after 10 or 15 seconds of actual like motion or trickery. Teleportation, locomotion combination. That's what you're talking about. Like I used to go on Ferris wheels and roller coasters as a kid. I loved roller coasters as a kid. And the last like carnival I went to was probably 10 years ago, and I got on the Ferris wheel and we moved for like 30 seconds before the next couple got on, and we weren't even at like the top. We were like less than a quarter of the way up. Like we weren't even at 3 o'clock. We were at like 4 o'clock, and it stopped, and the whole basket's moving, and by the time the thing went all the way around, I was like, and then I threw up at my feet. And after that, I was queasy for an hour. And I was like, I used to ride roller coasters and stuff. I was like, I haven't done this in long enough that now I don't think I can really ever do it again. And I was like, I used to go hardcore on all these rides. Like, I'm not a pussy. And after that, I was like, I threw up at my feet from riding the Ferris wheel. I was like, I think it's all over for me. And it just blew my mind, because I was like, I used to love like the water rides and the roller coasters. And I mean, when I was in like the 4th grade, we went to the Great Escape for like a field trip, and I remember we went on the Boomerang, which is like giant roller coaster, does this gigantic loop. You go up, and then it does it in reverse. And I want to say it either that's the ride or it does that twice, and we rode it like 4, 5, 6 times in a row. And by like the 3rd time, I was like regretting getting on. And then after that, I ate those ice cream dots, and then I threw up in the trash can a lot, and all my classmates were like laughing at me. They were like, damn, you can't handle it. And I was like, I can't. I was like, it was fun, great fun, but now it's the part where I'm like gonna be queasy for the next hour and a half and throw up a couple times. 5.5 hours. Damn. That's intense. So what do you have like the Oculus, or do you just play or because Beat Saber's on PlayStation also, so I know it's on like PlayStation VR, but then there's the Oculus Go and the Oculus Quest and the Oculus something Plus and the Oculus, and there's like, and then there's the, what's the other like big one? I don't think it's actually made by Oculus. It's like another, the Vive. Like, I don't really know much of that space. It's not really, it's like quality stuff, but it's like a small sector, and then you gotta have it hooked up to your PC. And that's where I think it'll become a little more mainstream. Like, you know, people say like with a PlayStation VR, the next iteration for like PS5, when you can just put the thing on your head and you don't have a bunch of wires, that might be when it finally takes off. But even then, I kind of agree with the fact that there's not a lot of huge like system selling VR experiences that drive people to say like, oh, I need that, or it's worth spending $300-400, $500, $600 on like a good setup. The Valve Index. Wasn't there also the, is it Sony Vive or HTC or something like that? I mean, I was at a Best Buy once, and the guy was doing like demonstrations. He was like trying to find the younger kids. He was like, hey, you guys ever use VR? And there was like 5 of them in a row, and I was buying my my PC. And it was like, if I had had the time to wait around for all 5 of those, or like 5, 6, 7 kids to try it on, I was gonna ask them to try it out. But I didn't have the time, so I didn't bother. It's probably good because I was leaving to drive back home another hour and like a half. So if I had done that and then gotten in the car, I would have probably been queasy for the next like hour, and I probably would have threw up while driving down the highway. Double bridge glasses. I guess those are okay. Oh yeah, that's right, the cafe uniform. Oh. Okay, it's gotta go. Yeah, the Rift S, that's right. Yeah, HTC Vive Pro. I mean, that's the thing where it's like, when that stuff first started becoming big, if I had spent like, I mean, at that time, those things were probably like $600, maybe even more. If I had spent that much, and then within a year there was like 2 or 3 different models and it was like really obsolete, I'd be like really sad that I spent what I spent and didn't wait it out. And now the model I have is worth almost nothing, especially if you like waited a while. It'd be pretty much worthless. Now it's better because the quality has gone up, so the difference in the jump in quality isn't as much, where it's like going from like an iPhone 10 to like an 11. It's much different than being like, hey, you want to buy an iPhone 4? You'd be like, no. Look at all this fine stuff. I could buy them for $7 grand. I'm gonna probably rake in another 40 grand and then go and spend it all on turnips. But I'm going back to the house. I think I'm in the live stream now. My girl's getting up for work in the next 20 minutes or so. And I'm probably gonna cook some food and maybe take a nap. Or play 8 more hours of Animal Crossing. Get in my net. So yeah, I guess we'll check out this tapestry on the wall, and then I'm gonna call it a live stream. And maybe I'll stream later in the day. If I take a nap, then I might just stream at like a regular time tonight. But if I end up staying up all day, then chances are there'll be another live stream at the same time-ish, give or take a few hours. Same time tomorrow night. Got all these arcade games. Let's see what this tapestry looks like. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Right up above the turntable. Why not? Fishing poles. I need nets. That's what I need. Let's see, I have too many boots. It's time to get rid of some boots. I'm not sure what else I can make with all of that stuff. We're gonna make some nuts. And then I need to step into my wardrobe and change the way that I look so that I can make some bells. Flimsy knot, so I always need tree branches. That's why that person asked why I don't just make my own stuff, because I'm always out of tree branches ever since I sold like the 100 that I had. Alright, but yeah, I can always do this later, which is what I'm gonna do. Thanks to everybody that came out, Darth, Lillivan, and everybody from the old Thunder Pals. Those guys are awesome, and I appreciate the raid from them. I don't think there's really too many of them still watching, but there's still a few of you watching, so I just want to say thanks for coming out, all the new subscribers, all the hits of the thumb. There was at least 8 or 10 of them, so anyways, I just want to say thanks for everybody that came to the stream. There'll be another stream, like I said, probably same time, same channel, same within 24 hours. So, I very much appreciate it, and I hope everybody has a good night. This is D-Dub saying thanks for watching. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Hope you'd consider subscribing if you're watching this sometime in the future. But to everybody that did come out and did watch in the present, thank you very much. And if you are from the future, this is D-Dub from the past saying thank you. Seriously, your viewership means a lot to me. And for everyone that did come out, thank you so much. This is D-Dub signing out. Peace.